Good morning, fifth graders. Welcome to Reader's Workshop. Our goal for today is to continue our work on making inferences. Right? Now, last week you were able to pick up our new book, Distinct Voices and Diverse Perspectives. Right? And the article that we will be working with today is called Mom's Latest Good Idea, on pages 6 through 7. All right, so let's go ahead and find pages 6 through 7. All right, and remember, good readers automatically stop and they read the title, Mom's Latest Good Idea, from Return to Sender by Julia Alvarez. Now, I wonder why that good is in quotations. It makes me think that someone might think it's good, but other people might not. All right, and if you look at the pictures, it looks like they're having a conversation over breakfast and on a farm. And those pictures and titles are important in helping you make your inference. I know as we get older, we read books with less and less pictures, and that's because our reading skills become so much better that the words can paint the picture in our head. All right, so you'll notice that as you move away from graphic novels and as you move away from picture books, that chapter books can create an even more vivid picture with words. All right, now of course we want to know what our purpose for reading is today. But before I show you the purpose, I do want you to make one prediction in your mind about what do you think this story is about. Good readers are always predicting. All right, then today we're making inferences. So we're going to read the story through one time, and then we're going to go back and reread the last paragraph of Mom's latest good idea on page 7. What inference can you draw from what might happen next in the text? Now, our goal is that you understand that word inference. But in case you've forgotten, remember we're trying to make an educated guess. We're being detectives. We're gathering clues from the words and the pictures to make an educated guess about what might happen next. All right, and then the second step of the question is to find 2 details that we can quote from the text that will support our answer. Okay, so those details, you could also call them clues. 2 ways that or 2 quotes from the text that you're using to make your inference. All right, now if you're confident to continue on and read this on your own and make your inference, please do that and stop the video. Okay, your other option is to go into Benchmark, and Benchmark will read it with you. Or if you stay here, you and I can read this together. All right, so Mom's latest good idea. Now remember, even though I'm reading, you're following along, right? That helps build your vocabulary and your fluency just by listening. All right, so go ahead and find the top of the page. Okay, it says, after Tyler's father injures himself, his family enlists some newly arrived Mexican workers to help them care for the family farm. Having just returned from visiting relatives, Tyler is unsure of how to interact with these new workers or with their daughters. So that makes, I'm making a connection with that picture that I saw earlier with those words. I think it might be a good idea for you to go next door and introduce yourself. Mom greets Tyler at breakfast. It is his morning back at the farm after being away. Oops, I caught myself. I missed a word there. It didn't make sense. It is his first morning back at the farm after being away. Tyler has missed the farm terribly, but one thing he has not missed is his mother's good ideas. Mom, Tyler groans, I already met them. Early this morning before breakfast, Tyler slipped into the barn to check on Alaska, his favorite show cow. The 3 Mexican workers were there, hard at work, but they looked up, curious, when Tyler entered. He waved hello and then hung out, even helping one of them, who can't be any older than Ben, but the milker on the skittish Oklahoma. That kind of connects to my thought originally. I said that good. It sounds like Mom thought it was a good idea, but Tyler didn't agree with that. I meant say hi to the girls, his mom explains. Tyler put his head in his hand so he doesn't have to see anything but his bowl of cereal. Too late, he remembers his mother has told him this is rude. Horses have blinders, not humans. But sometimes Tyler hates to tell her. Sometimes he would just as soon see less, not more, of the world around him. A world full of accidents, bad luck, and Mom's good ideas. But maybe because he just got home yesterday, his mom doesn't say anything about his blinkers. Instead, she starts in on the sappy stuff that always makes Tyler cave in to her good ideas. They don't seem to have a mother, and they're cooped up in that trailer. It'd be nice if you maybe just popped in and made them feel welcome. How's he supposed to make 3 girls feel welcome? Tyler hopes his mom is not suggesting that he has to be friends with 3 girls just because their fathers work on the farm. All right, that's an interesting story. So it sounds like there's men from Mexico are working on the farm, but their daughters are also just spending time waiting for their fathers to finish work. So let's go back and look at that question. It said reread the last paragraph of Mom's good idea on page 7. What inference can you draw about what might happen next? Okay, so let's go ahead and read it again. How's he supposed to make 3 girls feel welcome? Tyler hopes his mom is not suggesting that he has to be friends with 3 girls just because their father works on the farm. God, I'm thinking about my inference. And I think part of my inference comes from my personal experience. Okay, I just think he's going to make the right decision, even though he's nervous. I think eventually he'll go and introduce himself to these new girls that are living close by. Okay, but I want to find some evidence that's going to support my prediction. I noticed earlier in the story he was visiting, he waved hello, and then hung out with the father. So I'm going to use that as one of my quotes because that shows he's friendly and kind. And I thought I also remembered a part where he was respectful to his mom. He was worried about putting his head down at the table. I mean, that's another sign that he's a good human being, that he's really caring and kind. So I would take those 2 sentences as my quotes in section 2. Okay, so that's the inference that I take away. I'm curious to see how yours may look similar or different than mine. Remember, complete sentences, periods, and capital letters. All right, nice work today, fifth graders.